Hi there, Dave here with the sixth video about maintaining the Casa del Piloto website. And this one we're going to talk about users, how to add them, how to change what they can do, and to demonstrate the relationship between the users and the menu. So when I go over to Casa del Piloto and I look at our services, I see that I can do all of these three things. The reason is because I've logged in as an administrator. If I log out, and if I refresh Casa del Piloto, just this website by itself, now that I've logged off, just the website, right? If we go back over here, we look at it, there's no black thing up at the top, and when I go to our services, I don't see any other sub-menus. Right? So when I click on our services, it just goes, there are no sub-menus. And that's because I'm not logged in right now. So what I could see depends on who I am. Let me demonstrate this a little further. Let's go back to our admin site. And it's going to ask me to log in. Let's go ahead and log in. But this time, instead of logging in as Dave, I'm going to log in as editor. And this is the editor's password. And sure enough, now I'm logged in as editor person. Notice I'm editor person. And when I go back out to Casa del Piloto, let's open it. And I go over to our services, I see Ambassador Program and I see Dropbox Admin, but I don't see the videos. So that means that the editor person who is an editor can see these things where an administrator can see everything. Let's go take a look at the menus. So if I come down over here and I look for the menus, they're not here. And the reason is because menus can't be messed with by anybody but an administrator. So the fact that I'm logged in as an editor stops me from getting to things like adding new users and other important things. So what you can do depends upon who you are, and the website, the administrative side of the website, knows what a person of your stature should be able to do and will stop you from doing things you shouldn't be able to do, like I just demonstrated. So let's go ahead and log back in as an administrator so we can do something. So we'll log out. And then I'm going to go ahead and log back in as Dave. And now I can do some stuff. And one of the things I want to do is to look at the menus, because the menus will actually tell me what I could do. So down here at appearance, behind this silly thing here, whatever that thing is, there's some, there it is. Now it's dismissed. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go down to the menus. There they are. And take a look at what we have, because I've changed them since the previous video. So we can see that the ambassador program says if you're an editor, one more rule, and that's if you're an administrator. So we can see that if you're an editor or an administrator, then you can see that program. If you are an administrator, you can see the videos. That's all. Just administrators. Now the Dropbox says it's got 3 rules. So with the Dropbox, you can see if you can use it if you're a contributor or an editor or an administrator. And that might make some sense. We want people to be able to upload those pictures and manipulate that stuff easily. So we don't have a contributor as a user yet. So let's make a contributor and then log in as that contributor. And then make sure that the contributor can just see the Dropbox. Okay. So we're going to go out to our users. And if we just click on users, it'll bring me to all the users. And if we look at the roles out here, we can see we have a bunch of administrators and 1 editor. Let's make a contributor. So we're going to add a new user. And this the username will be contributor. And the email will be c@x.com. And the first name is contributor. Person. And the last name, is going to be person. And then we can go ahead and show what their password's going to be. And let's go ahead and copy it so we can log in. And we won't send them any messages. And we're going to go ahead and add that new user. Now we can see that we have, we forgot to put the right role in there for contributor. There's contributor, but there's a subscriber. That's the default. That's not what we wanted. We wanted to be a contributor. So let's go and edit this. And so one of the things we're going to do then is we're going to change their role. There it is, messed up. It should have been a contributor. Now we have the person all set up. Great. And now we're going to update that user with that information. Now we should be able to log in as the contributor and be able to see what we can see. So let's go ahead and log out. Me. And then we'll log in contributor. And the password that I just copied should get us in. So now we're logged in as a contributor. And if we view the website, it's over here. Got it over here, and sure enough, when we hold our mouse over drop down over our services, we see drop down administration. And so the contributor, howdy contributor person, contributor can in fact get to drop down administration only, where the administrator can get to all these guys, and the editor can get to 2 of them. So we now know how to add a user, how to assign them a correct role, and then we know from over here, for instance, look at the dashboard of the contributor versus the administrator. There's hardly anything that they can do, but they can get to the out of the box, which is in fact the same page that they can get to through the website. Okay. Well, it does the same role anyway. All right. Take care.